OG Fortnite. A more simple time. Picture this. It's winter of 2018. You just got out of a long day of school, you drop your bag by the door, grab a snack, and hop on to play the new Fortnite season. How do you feel? Do you feel that spark again? That warmth in your chest? Are you picturing a more simple and easy time in your life? Hi, and welcome to today's video. I'm Razor V2, and today we're going to talk about the downfall of Fortnite Battle Royale. Fortnite was once the biggest game in the world, a cultural reset that changed gaming forever. Everyone was playing it. Kids, parents, celebrities.
Oh man, hey man, I got you, baby. Oh no, come on in. I keep showing the. I hope these guys don't rush us. We gotta move.
Even people who had never touched a video game before. But now, Fortnite just isn't the same game it once was. Back then, Fortnite was magic. It was special, it was simple, it was colorful and creative. Every match felt different, and building gave it this insane skill ceiling that made every fight unpredictable, and instead of using your environment for cover, you would use your building. Something never before seen in a Battle Royale game. It was almost like a Minecraft meets Call of Duty kind of thing. But it wasn't sweaty back then, and it wasn't about being good or the best. It was just about having fun. And when someone killed you, you wouldn't talk trash or anything. You'd say GG's, or you would see how good they are and compliment them. It was chill and it was fun. You could hop on with friends, mess around rocket riding, doing all kinds of glitches. Real ones. Remember the swing set glitch that got some people banned?
Wait, jump on the tire, man. Jump on the tire. It's not working. Got banned. Yo, were you banned?
And back then, winning actually felt special.
I got it! I got it!
And the events were legendary. There was the Rocket event, the Black Hole, the Travis Scott, Marshmello concerts. These are just some of the biggest events in gaming history, having millions of viewers, and the Travis Scott concert being one of the biggest in the world. I'll never forget when the Black Hole event happened and kids were raging and thought it was the end of Fortnite.
God, dude, hurry fuck up! Fucking God, bro.
Fortnite wasn't just a game, it was the moment. It was everywhere in mainstream media. From the news to mainstream celebrities who don't even play video games playing it and talking about it. Fortnite dominated pop culture and was all over YouTube and Twitch. You couldn't escape it. Fortnite had officially gone worldwide and there seemed to be no stopping it. It was only up from here. If you weren't talking about Fortnite, you probably weren't even in the conversation at all. And as players started to get better, Epic decided to start adding tournaments and slowly making the game more competitive and less casual. And in Season 4, with the release of the Playground mode, the skill gap only got worse and worse. You could queue up into a mode with no players, just you, your friends, and the entire map at your disposal. And don't even get me started with the spray and pray meta of Season 5, where if you didn't have an SMG, you could just forget about winning entirely. And in Season 7, with the overpowered Infinity Blade,
that's so. Why the f is there a sword in this game? Oh my god. Sing, 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 sing!
Lanes ruining real money tournaments. The game was just on a downward spiral, as Epic Games tried more and more to cater to the casual player base and less to the competitive side, with players begging for separate loot pools in competitive and casual modes. Epic Games didn't know what side to please. Do they please the casuals, which is a majority of their player base, or do they please the competitive side, which is a more small niche of players at this time? And with Season X, it seemed like they made up their mind with the release of mechs.
Oh no!
Launch! I launched!
What are the odds?
The mechs!
It just made more and more players hate the game and leave because of how broken the mechs were. And if Epic Games wanted to keep their game that was starting to get stale and cluttered with overpowered items alive, they would have to innovate fast. And that they did. They ended off Chapter 1 with the Black Hole event that lasted 2 days. With many players confused on what happened and if that black hole meant the end of Fortnite. after the Black Hole event, Epic Games released a all-new chapter, Chapter 2. It was like a brand new game with new guns, new map, some old items and guns returning, and all new mechanics. But all of the new things didn't help maintain the game's popularity, as the season was 4 months long with little to no updates, with the only updates we got being a couple of new weapons. And with a mediocre Star Wars event this season, it is looked back upon as one of Fortnite's worst seasons. But luckily, Epic Games made up for this in the next season, Chapter 2, Season 2, where they added new mythics, new POIs, and new bosses, and was looking to be one of Fortnite's most fun season in a while. Although the same can't be said for Chapter 2 Season 5, and the rest of Chapter 2 overall being very repetitive. And with Fortnite losing a lot of its players in Chapter 2, I think it's safe to say from Season X to Chapter 2 is where the game started to decline. And in Chapter 3, even though we again got new things and a new map, the game was just getting stale and boring for most players as burnout from playing the game for so long started to hit. Not only that, but even more problems arrived with collabs, overshadowing the identity of the game.
You have Master Chief over there, Darth Vader, Kylo Ren, Rick Grimes. Not only that, but many of the legendary weapons and the epic weapons that they've added over the years have been directly correlated to these crossover shows.
And it feeling less and less like Fortnite and more like a paid advertisement. It just started to feel like they was trying to use the popularity of the game to get more money in their pockets by constantly adding collabs. And almost the same issues can be said for Chapter 4 and 5, with Chapter 4 having a ton of bugs and the updates rapidly slowing down, and Epic focusing on their new Creative 2.0 and laying off employees. Many people were worried and concerned for the future of the game, and in Chapter 5, it was almost like Epic Games shifted away from the Battle Royale mode entirely, and they only keep it around as an extra mode to play, with them just using the OG map and the Big Bang event as a way to advertise their metaverse modes that they tried so desperately to push. The modes were hyped for about a week and died off, as once you played it, you would realize how unfinished and rushed they all were, with many of them having a ton of bugs and issues, and just overall not being too fun of an experience. But jumping to present day, Chapter 6, the game hasn't gotten any better unfortunately, with Festival and somewhat LEGO being the only ones still keeping a fairly decent player base, and the Discovery tab being full of low-effort UEFN maps like Steal the Brain Rot and a ton of other bad maps, and with all the good maps getting no attention. Every time you get on, it's like you're on Disney Plus or Netflix with their cluttered Discovery tab and things being all over the place and Battle Royale just being an afterthought at this point. If Epic Games doesn't do something soon, I don't know how much longer this game will have before its inevitable downfall into a game we all used to once call the best game ever, now being called one of the worst games, or people saying the game fell off. But overall, as to what caused Fortnite's downfall, well, it's a lot of things, from lack of interest over time. As if you've been playing the same game for 8 years straight, you're bound to get bored of it, and it will eventually lose that spark it once gave you. Another reason could be the amount of controversial updates they have made, or just the lack of updates over time, with the game becoming more and more stale, or just overall updates that the community doesn't like. But overall, I do have high hopes for Epic Games and Fortnite, as I think this is just a bump in the road of a bright future for this game, and I do want to see this game succeed, but for now, only time will tell. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is my first video on this channel, but there will be many more to come, so if you did enjoy, please like and subscribe and comment down below your thoughts on the current state of the game. Do you think it's the end for Fortnite, or do you think they will rise up and become the #1 game in the world again? And if you would like to support me in the item shop when buying something, please use code RazorV2. Your support is greatly appreciated, and with that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.